Yeah. Hello guys, welcome to Uran. So I hope everyone practiced yesterday's sessions. So today's agenda is going to be simple. Uh, we will discuss a quick recap of day one, what we have done in the day one session, and then we will discuss what is prompt, what is static prompt, dynamic prompt, and what is prompt templates and chart prompt template in Langchain ecosystem. After that, we are going to discuss messages and types of roles exist in chart prompt template. Once that is done, we are going to discuss a output parser such as string output parser, pedantic output parser. If time permits, we will also discuss about JSON output parser as well. So I hope everyone is exciting today's session. With that, let's start recap of day one. All right, guys. So let me open my Visual Studio Code. So you can see that what we have done yesterday. Yesterday we have interacted with the models. Two kinds of models we have interacted. One is text generation model, and second one is embedded generation models. So what is the difference between text generation model and embedding models? In text generation model, you will pass input as text and you will get output also as a text. In the case of embedding models, you will pass input a text, but in the output you will get a floating numbers of array as an output. So we have seen that practically. I hope it is clear for everyone. After that, what we have done, we have interacted open source models as well as closed source models, right? So what is open source models? Open source models are freely available in Hugging Face ecosystem. You can go there, find out a repo id of any model id, and you can download it into your local system, then start inferencing model in your local system, right? Coming to the closed source models, these models are managed by third parties like OpenAI, Google, or Anthropic. And then what you have to do, you cannot inference these models in your infrastructure. Instead of that, what you have to do, you have to go to their platform, create an account, and then create API key. Using that API key, you can interact with those models, right? So we have clearly discussed, and we also discussed how to create open API key and how to create Google API key, and we have also seen how to create Hugging API key, and we downloaded a couple of models in our Google Colab, and then we have invoked those models and we got the output. So in high level, this is what we have done in day one, right? So the codes are available in GitHub link. I will share that link soon, right? So let's jump into today's topics. So today topic is what is prompt. If you observe closely yesterday's examples, we have seen that while invoking any model, we are passing some text to the model. In this case, what is the text we are passing? Write a poem about cricket, right? This is the text we are passing as input to the model. This text is also called as a prompt. In short, we can tell that the input we are going to give to the model is also called as a prompt. And this prompt has couple of types. One is static prompt and as well as dynamic prompt. What is static prompt? Static prompt and a dynamic prompt. Static prompt is nothing but inside your input, you are not using any variables. You are not using any variables. So we can call this we can call this prompt as a static prompt. In case if you pass any variables inside your prompt, and it will change the prompt based on the user input, then that prompt is called as a dynamic prompt. All right. I hope everyone understand what is prompt, what is static prompt, and what is dynamic prompt. So now what we will do, we will quickly create one Python file and we'll see the examples of how to uh, pass a static prompt to the model and get the output and as well as how to pass a dynamic prompt to the model, and then we'll get the output. There is a small change in today's class. Today, I am not going to directly pass like this prompts directly from the programming. Instead, what we can do, I'll create one fast API endpoint so that using API, I will pass these inputs to the model. I hope everyone is exciting about it. Let's start the coding. So first I'll create a new file, and I'll give the file name as just allow me a moment, guys. I think my screen is visible to everyone. Is my screen visible to everyone? Yeah, guys. I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Yes. So there was a small issue. So let me recap again. So earlier, what I have explained what is prompt, what is static prompt, and what is dynamic prompt. So we can see that we are passing an input text to the model. So in short, this input is called as a prompt, right? So prompt can be two types. One is static prompt and one more is dynamic prompt. In this prompt, you can see that we are not passing any variables, so that we can call this prompt as a static prompt. If you pass variables and make this prompt dynamic, then we can call this prompt as a dynamic prompt, right? So today what we are going to do, we are going to create a new Python file, and then we will pass these prompts. Currently what we are doing, we are hard coded these prompts and passing to the model directly. Instead of that, we will create a fast API, and then we will pass these prompt to the model, right? So for that, what I'll do, let me create a new file, and then I'll give a file name as static prompt dot py. All right, guys. So since we are building an API, of course, we need a fast API library to be installed in our environment, right? So yesterday we have created one environment. So same environment I'm going to use for today's session as well. So you can see that Lang tutorial was the environment we have created yesterday, and the same environment I have activated for today as well. So if you have done this quickly, what you have to do, you have to install fast API and UVCon. Why? Because we are going to implement API. Through API, we are passing this prompt to the model. So quickly, let me install these two libraries. It is pip install fast API and as well as UVCon. So Langchain I have already installed. Langchain OpenAI also I have already installed. So we no need to install today again, since we are using the same environmental setup. So let me comment this quickly in chat box. In case if you are following, you can go and find out install these libraries in your system. Yes, guys, it is pip install fast API and UVCon. Someone learning logic has already pinged there. You can copy it and then use it. So these are the required libraries. So let me So what I'll do first, I have to import the fast API, right? From fast API, import fast API. After that, I am going to import middleware cars, because since you will call it from local host. Sometimes request may get blocked, so uh, cars error you may get. To avoid that error, I'm going to install a cars package as well. So from fast API dot middleware dot cars, import cars middleware class, right? No need to worry, it is I think it is optional. If you want to import it. In case if you get any cars error when you are invoking this API, that time you can again import this cars middleware class and then declare it, right? After that, again same what we have done yesterday. We have imported uh, load.env file, sorry, load.env package, and then we have loaded that, right? So I'm going to copy same thing again, and then I'm going to paste it. Let me keep it down. Sorry, let me copy it again and paste it. So I'll keep all my imports upside, and then I will load my environment file, right? All right. So this is a print. It is completely optional. In case if you want to check your Open API key is loading properly or not, you can give. Otherwise, you can ignore. So right now I am going to delete it. So I hope everyone is clear till now what we are doing. And then after that, what we have to do, we haven't imported any Langchain. Since we are trying to interact with OpenAI models, so I'm going to import OpenAI chart OpenAI class, right? So what you have to do for that, from Langchain underscore OpenAI import chart open AI, right? So apart from that, since we are going to create one API, we need an API request model. For that, what I'll do, from Pydantic I will import base model. I hope everyone is aware about fast API and what is a base model, right? Pydantic import, we need to import a base model. Let it import base model. All right, so these are the packages are required right now. Once this is done, what I'll do, I will quickly create a fast API class. So what I can do, I can create fast API. Instead, if you want to pass any parameters, you can pass several parameters. These are the parameters it will accept. It will accept title, it will accept description, it will accept summary, and all these are optional. So if you want to pass, you can pass. If you want to ignore, you can ignore completely, right? So right now I'm not going to pass any parameters for my fast API class. So once this is done, what we have to do, we have to declare our middlewares. I told you this is completely optional. In case if we get any cars error from the browser, if browser blocks our API key, then only we can add this. Otherwise you can ignore for right now, right? Once this is done, what we have to do, we have to create our model, right? So for that, what I'll do, I will quickly create a model. This time I'll call the model variable as a llm is equals to, so which model, which chart OpenAI we have already imported. So we have to use the same class for creating the model, correct? So let me create that quickly. Chart OpenAI, inside what we have to pass, we have to pass a model, right? Model is equals to, if you don't pass model, by default it will take 3.5 turbo, I guess. So if you want to use any other model, better to pass that particular model ID inside model. So for this, what I'm going to pass, I'm going to pass GPT-4o mini as my model. So we no need to pass only for O mini. If you want to pass GPT-5, you can pass. If you want to pass GPT 3.5 turbo, that also you can pass. Right. Along with that, if you want to pass any parameters which we discussed earlier, like temperature and all, you can pass. If you don't want, you can ignore completely. Right. So now I'm not going to pass anything. So with this, my model has been created. Right. Once model has been created, what I have to do, I have to create an API endpoint. Right. So let me do one thing. Let me create quickly one API endpoint using Fast API. So for that, what we need to use? We need to use Fast API decorators. So let me do that quickly. So some issue. I think some key. Let me copy it. Some problem with my decorator. Yeah. So this is the decorator we use it to we use for creating any endpoints. If it is a post, we will use post. If it is a get, we will use the get. Right. So app is my variable which is having fast API instances in this app. Right. After that, what I have passed my uh, endpoint URL slash ask. Correct. So this is completely optional. You can pass whatever you want. So in my case, I am passing ask. You can pass anything like slash ask model or slash model, whatever the however you feel comfortable, you can pass that name as well. Right. Once this is done, what we have to do, we have to define a function so that whenever someone calls this route dot ask slash ask route, it is going to execute that particular function. So for that, what I'll do, I'll declare a function def. I'll give the same function name as a ask. I will pass. I have to accept a request from the user, so that I need a request, one variable. I'm going to give this variable as a request. Right. And this we need to assign what kind of variable it is. For that, what I need one pedantic pedantic class with variables. Right. So for that, what I'll do, I will go quickly and create one pedantic class. So class, my class name would be question. Right. So this is derived from my base model class. Once this is done, and you can declare schema. So I'm expecting one variable from the user which is a question. Right. And type would be string. So if you are accepting string, you have to give the string. If you are accepting other data types, you can pass those data types as well. Right. Question is my variable name, and string is a data type. Right. So my request is going to be a question class. Paste it. Once this is done, you have to implement logic for this function. Right. So what logic I'm going to first, let me if you want, you can write a print statement so that you can easily identify whether uh, this function is getting called from the UI or not. So what I'll do, I'll quickly add request received request. Any print you can add it, so that you will come to know whether this method is getting called or not from the UI. Right. Once this is done, then user will pass the question. That question you need to capture, and you need to pass it to your LLM through the invoke method. Right. So for that, what we need to do, we need to take one variable. In this case, I am taking user input as my variable name, and question is the class we question is the class of type request. So, request is my variable. So what I need to do, I need to have this request. Inside this request, I have a parameter called question that I need to capture, right? So for that, what I have to do, I have to add question. So this request of question type will be having question as a key, right? So that question will be sent by the user, and that we are extracting and we are storing into user input. So now we are ready with user input, and this user input we need to pass to the model, and then model will give us the output, right? Okay. So what I'll do now, I'll take response is equals to, so this is my model, llm is my model. So take that llm model and then use invoke method. What invoke method does, invoke method will initiate an http call to the particular model, which is GPT-40 mini, and it requires one parameter which is called as prompt. And this prompt, how we are getting, so earlier you can see in the earlier program we are hard coding this prompt, right? You can see easily we are hard coded, but today what we are doing, we are creating one endpoint, and from the user, we are getting that user input, and then we are extracting that user input and storing into user input variable. That user input variable we are passing to the llm, correct? User underscore input. All right, I hope everyone is clear till now. Now what this function, this api has to do, this api has to return something, right? So let me return one dictionary. In that dictionary it will contain answer or reply, whatever the key you want you can add it here. Since it is a dictionary we are defining here, you can add it, right? And this answer should contain response, correct? So if you observe closely, response will contain several parameters, right? So where is the response? Yeah, so you can see that response will contain several parameters. So all these parameters I don't want to send it to the user. I want only content, so that I can extract the content and pass it over here. So user only sees the content instead of all other parameters, right? Let me quickly add response dot content. All right. So this is our first program. What we are going to achieve with this program, we are taking a static input or a static question from the user and passing it to the model, and then we are giving response back to the user. All right. Right. Let me save this function, and we are going to run this function. So we are going to run this file. How we will run, since this is a fast we are using fast api, you cannot run with normal python command. You have to use the command uvcon, uvcon space the file name. What is the file name you have used? So in this case my file name is static prompt. There is a spelling mistake, let me rename it. This is going to be static prompt, right? So uvcon, I have to pass my file name, which is static prompt colon, you have to pass app, right? And then you can run it, or you can do hyphen reload. In case if you change anything over here, it will automatically reload. So this is good enough to run our program. So we are not running with python command because we are using fast api, and we are going to expose this method as an api, right? Just hit enter. Wait for a moment. Yes, you can see that uvcon is running at this url, right? Just copy that url. By default it will assign 8000 as a port for any fast api application, right? Copy it and then go to the browser, just hit enter. So right now we haven't defined this path, that's why we are getting details not found. In case if you define that router, like at the rate app dot get, and slash and give some message written like something. If you written welcome to static prompt example something, you can do that as well. So for this example I felt it is not required, that's why I have not done anything. So once this is up and running, you can use slash docs where all available APIs will be coming into this docs. So how many APIs we have created? If you see the program, you can see that we have created only a one API, and that route is slash ask. Correct. So that API will be available in your Swagger UI doc. So you can see that this is the post method we have created, and we have given a route as a slash ask. So same thing we are getting here. All right. So just expand this. Once you expand this, so you can see example schema also we have provided. What is the schema we have given? You can see the schema as well over here. This is the schema I have given for my request model. So this schema wants one parameter which is called question, and this is type data type is string. So you can also see over here, question is my uh, key name and data type is a string, right? You can come down, or you can do one thing. Let quickly try this API. For that, what you have to do, you have to click on try it out. So once you click on try it out, you will see like this notepad, a question and as well as string. You cannot change your key name. If you change your key name, you will get error because we have hard coded this question over here. So we are expecting a question parameter from the user. That's why you should not change this question parameter. So what you can change, this string you can change. Whatever the question you want to ask to the model, you can ask it, so that your fast API endpoint will receive that question. That question will be passed to LLM. LLM process your question and then give you back the output. Right. So let me quickly ask one question. I will ask, uh, who is the Prime Minister of India? You can ask any question. Prime Minister of India. Right. So my schema is I have passed correct schema and then click on execute. Once you click on execute, you can see your fast API logs. All right. So received request has been printed. Where we are printing this received request? Inside my ask function. So we can conclude that this router has been called by the browser and this ask function has been executed. That's why this print we are seeing in the console. Once this print is done, we are extracting the question. What is my question? My question was simple. My question was, who is the Prime Minister of India? That question is extracted and passed to my model, and my model will give some answer. That answer I am sending back to the user. So you can see, if you come down, you can see that answer as well. Right. So you can see over here response body. So response body, I am sending a dictionary with a key called answer. The same key you can see over here. Answer is my dictionary key, and this is the value generated by the model. So what we are passing here? Response dot content, which is coming from my model. So you can see, as of my last knowledge update in October 2023, the Prime Minister of India is Narendra Modi. He has been in office since May 26, 2014. Why it is mentioning October 2023? Because we all know LLM has a knowledge cutoff date. Since this model has been released in October 2023, this model knows only the events happened before October 2023. After October 2023, whatever happened, this model may not be aware because it has not trained with that data. Right. So I hope everyone is clear with that. All right, guys. So what we have done, we have created one API. We have taken a static input from the input from the user, which is static input, and we have passed it to the model. We processed that request and we sent back the answer. So this time, what we will do, we will see how to execute a dynamic prompt. All right. So now what I'll do, I'll quickly end this, and then I will create a new file. So I hope everyone is clear. In case if you have any questions, you can ask. I have a question. Are we building a chatbot? No, right now we are not building any chatbot. I just want to show you, instead of giving, you know, where instead of giving everything hard coded values, I just want to explore fast API option as well, so that when we are building capstone project, it will be helpful, right? So that was the reason behind this. So we are not going to build any chatbot. So I hope everyone is clear, and let us quickly jump it into dynamic prompt example. All right. All right. So let me quickly create a new file, and I'll take this file name as a dynamic prompt dot py. So in this also we are going to do the same thing. We are going to create one endpoint using fast API, and then using Swagger UI, we are going to call that API, and we will get the output. All right, guys, everyone is clear with this? All right. So since both are similar, we need to import similar things. Let me copy this imports. Let me copy this import. Now, since I want to create a dynamic, dynamic prompt, I want to import a prompt template as well along with these imports. So this is the new import we are going to see that today. All other imports we already aware of. All our fast API imports and Langchain OpenAI import also we have seen earlier. And I hope you are aware of Pydantic, because that was my expectation from the audience, which is fast API and Pydantic is a schema validation class, right? So let me quickly do one thing. I will import a prompt called prompt template. So from Langchain underscore core, this classes will be available inside Langchain underscore core dot prompts. So for that, I'll do Langchain underscore core dot prompts, Langchain underscore core dot prompts import. What you need to import? You need to import a prompt template, right? So quickly import prompt template. Now we have imported a prompt template. After that, what we have to do? We haven't load our environment file till. So what I'll do? I will quickly load my environment file, and as well as I will quickly create a fast API object, so that we can straight away start creating a new API. Paste it. So what is my next step? My next step is going to be, let me build a model as well. So what I'll do, I will use a model name as LLM, and then I will try to import chart open AI pass model. I'm going to pass the same model what we have seen earlier. In case if you want to change, you can change that model as well. So it is absolutely fine. So I hope everyone is clear till now what we have done. We have done all the basic imports which are required. After that, we have loaded our environment file. Then we have created one object with the reference of fast API call for creating API endpoint. After that, what we have done, we have created one model. So the model we are going to call is GPT-4o Mini, right? So once this is done, what we can do, let me quickly create this time what, since we are doing a dynamic prompt example, I have to take some variable values from the user. I have to take some variables from the user, and then pass it to prompt template, so that we can make a dynamic prompt. Then that dynamic prompt we can send it to the model, and model will give you the output. So for that, what I'll do, what example we are going to take in this is, it is simple. Let's say we are going to create a blog content, right? and we are going to allow a particular topics from the user. Particular topics like artificial intelligence, data science, or fitness, or education. Only limited topics we are allowing to the user. So let me quickly declare what topics we are allowing from the user. So these are the topics I want to I'm expecting from the user. What are the topics? One is artificial intelligence, one more is data science, one is machine learning, solar energy, IoT, fitness, education. If you want, you can also add some more topics. After that, I am going to give one more option to the user in how many words he want the blog content, right? So for that, what I'll do, I'll quickly create one more variable called allowed word count. Allowed word count. So this is allowed word count. I'm allowing right now only 50 words, 100 words, 150 words. So in short, if I want to say, what we are restricting the user, saying that you select any one topic from this allowed topics, and as well as you select word count uh, among 50, 100, and 150. So these two are going to be my validation variables. Apart from, let's say in allowed topics, user sent any other topic apart from these topics, then simply I'm going to throw an error saying that we are not allowing these topics. Also in word count, if he sent any, let's say he entered, he wants a blog content in 1,000 words. In that case, we are not going to allow, right? We are restricting either he has to enter 50 or 100 or 150. So more than that, system will not accept, right? So for that, what we need two things from the user. One is topic and one is word count. So let me quickly create a pedantic class called question with two parameters. One is topic and one more is word count. So let me quickly create a class name. I'm going to give a question, since we are taking a question from the user, and this class will be derived from base model. So every schema model in Pydantic should be derived from base model, right? So base model will give you a validation, right? We are expecting strings, we are expecting numbers from the user. So these validations will be done by the Pydantic. I hope this is clear. Then I'm going to declare the keys. One is topic I'm expecting from the user, which is going to be string, because this is a string literal, right? And then I want word count as well from the user. So word count would be, you can simply see word count I'm expecting 50, 100, or 150, and it is clearly saying that it is a integer data type, right? I'm going to enter int. So this is my schema validation for my request. Now, once this is done, I'm going to create an API endpoint using fast API, right? So for that, what we need to do, we need to do @app dot. Again, I'm going to create a post method, post, and uh, give your endpoint path. So in this case, what I'm going to do, since we are generating blog content, I'm going to give generate underscore blog. So it is completely optional. Whatever the name you want, you can give that, right? Once this is done, let's declare a function which will be having all the logic for this API, and then will return something back to the user, right? So I'm going to give this function name as it is, as a generate underscore block, and this function accepts one parameter, which is request parameter, and this type should be a question, correct? Now request will be having two keys, which is topic and as well as word count, right? So let's implement logic for this function. So what is my first criteria? My first criteria is user has to enter some topic only from the allowed topics. Other than this, if he entered anything, I have to throw an error saying that you have to select only these topics. So for that, what I'll do, I will quickly check. I will quickly check if payload dot topic. Sorry, this is not the payload. This is going to be my request. Let me do one thing. This payload I'll replace here, so that payload is my variable. Inside payload, I am checking topic, and topic is not involved in allowed topics. It means if topic entered by the user not in this list, then I have to send an error message to the user. For that, what we have to do, we have to raise an HTTP exception. Right? Just click enter. Give me a moment. So since we are using HTTP exception, we need to import that as well from Fast API. From Fast API, import Fast API and as well as HTTP exception. Otherwise, it will throw error. Right. So the logic is simple. I am checking user entered topic. If it is not there inside allowed topics, I am simply sending an error saying that invalid topic you have entered. Allowed topics are only allowed topics. So we will give suggestion also to the user saying that you can only enter these topics. All right. I hope this logic is clear for everyone. Once this is clear, then we have to do same restriction for the word count as well. So for that, what I'll do, I'll quickly copy and paste my second condition. Second condition, what I am checking, if user entered any word count and it is not present inside that allowed word counts, then I am throwing an error, invalid word count. Allowed word count should be 50, 100 or 150. You no need to worry these validations, how it works. When we see the Swagger UI, I will also pass wrong inputs and then we will check what errors we are going to get. Right. So once this is done, now what we have to do, we have to create a dynamic prompt. Why I am saying dynamic prompt? Because this time we are going to use the variables topic and as well as word count dynamically from the user. Like last time, user will not enter complete prompt. He will only enter a topic and as well as word count, and then in the backend we are building the dynamic prompt. So for that, what we need to do, let me quickly create a variable called prompt underscore template. Prompt underscore template is going to be my variable, right? So once this is done, what you have to do, you have to call prompt template class. Prompt template class, which is exist over here, right? So once this is done, it will accept two parameters. Sorry, it's a class. It will accept two parameters. The first parameter is going to be a template where we will given a detailed prompt to the LLM, right? So what is the detailed prompt? Detailed prompt would be write a blog, write a blog post about the topic, right? And that topic we are going to get from the user. So right now I'll declare one variable called topic. These topics we have to extract from payload.topic and then pass it to prompt template. All right. In words, what is the words that I'm going to give as a word underscore count, and then I'll specify words. So let's say if user entered artificial intelligence as a topic and 150 as a word count, then this prompt template is going to be write a blog post about the artificial intelligence in 150 words, right? So after that, since we are using a variables, those variables we have to declare using input underscore variables. Right, this is the key. Is there how many variables you pass inside templates? Those many variables you have to declare inside an array with the same name. Right. So what was my variable names here? Topic and as well as word count. So let me add input variables as a topic is one input variable for me, and then word count is going to be another input for me. Word underscore count. So make sure you have given same topic over here and then word count over here. Otherwise, you will get an error. So once this is done, we need to build this prompt template, proper prompt template by passing two variables. Right. So I will create a final prompt now. So that variable I am going to call as a prompt is equals to, or you can give final prompt. Uh, and I'm going to call this variable and then use invoke method. So yesterday also I have discussed invoke method is the method everywhere you are going to see in Langchain ecosystem, right? So this invoke will expect two parameters from the user, right? Because we have mentioned in input variables two parameters we have mentioned. Those two parameters we have to pass inside a we have to pass as a dictionary, right? Let me create that quickly. One is topic. Let me fill this value, and one more key would be word underscore count. So why I have given same? Because these input variable names I'm going to give the same. Now, who will enter these values? These values we will get from the Swagger UI, right? If you implemented a HTML page or any React app, from there you will get these variables, right? So these variables will exist inside my payload with the names topic and word count. So let me quickly map those variables as well. Use payload dot topic, and then word count is going to be payload dot word underscore count. So make sure there will be no spelling mistakes. If you see any spelling mistakes, you are going to get an error, right? So I have some error over here inside prompt template because I am not using comma over here. All right. So that error should go now. Yeah. So once now what will happen? Till now we have built only prompt, right? We have built dynamic prompt. Earlier case we are not doing all these things because why? Because earlier case straight away we are expecting a static prompt from the user. That static prompt we are passing to the LLM. But now we are using prompt template and we are building a dynamic prompt. Only some things we will get from the user, other things system will define. So we need to merge both and then create a dynamic prompt. So let me print my prompt here so that you will get clear idea what prompt I'm going to send to the model. All right. All right, guys. So now in the final, what we need to do? We need to invoke the LLM, right? So what is my LLM? I have declared with LLM as well. So what I'll do, I'll quickly add LLM dot invoke. All right, LLM dot invoke, which accepts a prompt. We need to pass this dynamic prompt this time. All right. Once this gives the output, that output we need to store it in one variable. Let me call that variable name as a response. Inside response, multiple parameters will be there. What we need to extract? We need to extract the content and then we will send back to the user. So let me quickly add that return. What we are going to return to the user? We are going to return one object or dictionary which will be having a key called blog underscore content. This key can be anything because we are declaring, and then output should be whatever model has been generated, right? So it will be inside response dot content. So I hope everything is clear. What we have done, we are building a dynamic prompt using prompt template, right? And then we are expecting a couple of variables from the user. One variable will be allowed topics, and another variable is word count. One is topic and one is word count. Once we user enters these two, we are having some conditions and checking whether these are following our criteria or not. If not following our criteria, we are sending an error back to the user. If following, we are going to process the template and we are creating the final prompt, and that prompt we are passing to the LLM, and LLM will give you the output. So this is how we have written. So once we have done this, let us run. For running this program, like earlier we have used static prompt because static prompt is my file name. This time my file name is dynamic prompt. So what I'll do, I will ask dynamic prompt colon app, hit enter. Just wait for some time, let it up and running, and then we can access this program through the port 8000. All right guys, our program is up and running. Let me copy this URL. So again, in the root URL, I haven't entered anything. So obviously, it will not give me anything. It will say method not found because I haven't declared root directory. So my document will be available inside slash docs URL. So who will make this fast API library will do in the backend, right? All this, what are the methods you have declared, those list you can see over here. So if you see my program, what is my router? My router name is generate blog. You can also see over here a generate blog with type post. All right, so this time to execute now. Just expand this post, and then you can see the schema, example schema. What is our schema? Our schema name is a question. It should contain two topics. One is it contains two variables. One is topic and one more is word count. All right, I hope it is clear for everyone. And then click on try it out. Once you click on try it out, edit value. All right, if you select edit value, it will ask you to enter two variables. One is topic and one more is word count. So topics, what topics we are allowing only these topics, right? So let me give some random topic and then see what error I am going to get. So I have given test as my topic and I am going to give 1000 as my word count. So wantedly I am passing wrong values which are not present in my list. So let's see, according to the program, what you should get. First condition, it will check allow topics. So I'm expecting this error, not word count, this topic error we should get, right? So let me quickly execute, and you can see the output downside. So this is my request made. This is the URL, and this is my response body. So you can please see that clearly in detail. Why detail? Because in the exception I am using a detail. That's why I am getting detail over here. In case of success, I am using block content, so I should get block content key. So you can see that invalid topic test. So that is what we have entered. And allowed topics are these topics: artificial intelligence, data science, machine learning, or solar energy. So this time what I'll do, I'll quickly pause artificial intelligence as my topic. And Just a minute, guys. Yes, I'm going to replace my topic this time. I'm not going to change word count 1000. I'm keeping as it is. So this time I should get error related to word count. Just click on execute, and you can see invalid word count. We are only allowing 50, 100 and 150. So this is how we have to handle our input variables, right? So let me enter quickly 100. So this time I am uh, I'm fall into my desired criteria. So this time system should not fire any error. This time it has to generate the prompt, and then prompt will pass to LLM. LLM should give the response back to user. So let me quickly click on execute. All right, guys. So you can see the output in the response body. This time we have got a blog content exploring artificial intelligence transforming our future. Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing our world significantly. So this is how you have to build a dynamic prompts in Langchain. Correct. So if you see the my prompt over here, which we are printing, so my prompt is going to be this: write a blog post about the artificial intelligence in 100 words. Why I am calling this dynamic prompt? Because artificial intelligence and 100 I am getting dynamically from the user, and then passing to my merging with my existing prompt, and then I am making a new prompt. I hope this is clear. See, I can see this like yesterday, how I have created in normal IPYNB file, but I feel in real time what is going to happen you should understand. So that's why I have taken fast API as an example, and then I'm showing this. This is how real world applications uses. Once you done your any flow or any agent, you have to expose that agent or a flow workflow uh, through API, so that your front end will access that API. So let me quickly see the questions, if anyone asking questions. So if you have any questions, guys, you can ping on chatting comment system. So I will reply back. I hope everything is clear now. All right. So what we will do now? Let's go to our today's agenda. All right. We have covered what is prompt. We have covered prompt template. Now we are going to see what is chart prompt template. So if you have if you observe closely, you would have got one doubt saying that when you have a dynamic variable from the user, why can't we pass formatted strings instead of using a prompt template or chart prompt template? The answer is very simple. If you see the answer, so I have clearly differentiated why we should not use f string. Instead, we should use prompt template or chart prompt template. So no need to worry about what is chart prompt template. So till now we have seen a prompt template. Now we are going to see chart prompt template as well, right? So the basic difference, let me clear first. The basic difference between a prompt template and a chart prompt template is when you are building a single turn message system. It means, let's say, once user entered let's say user entered some blog content and asked you to summarize this blog content. So this is going to be a single turn, because user is not going to be send request again and again. He wants only one thing. He will give you the content, and he wants summarization of that content. So these kind of things are called single turn messages. uh, Whereas chart prompt template will be used in multi-turn templates. What is multi-turn template? Means user will ask some question to the system. System will reply back some answer, and then user again is going to initiate one more question to the system and system. So this process will keep on repeating. So in that cases, we should use chart prompt template. So that is the only difference between prompt template and chart prompt template. I hope it is clear. So now let us see why we should not use f string and why we should use only prompt template or chart prompt template. First is, if you see the feature quick and simple, yes, obviously a formatted string is very easy to build compared to prompt template or chart prompt template. Why I'm saying that, if you see here, we have to define prompt template variable, and then we have to define a prompt where you have to define input variables, and then you have to build a final prompt using those variables. So if it is a f string, it is very easy, right? I have simply say f string, I extract topic and word count from the user, and then directly I can pass. So let me show that example as well. So let's say if I am not using this prompt template and all, if I use f string, my final prompt will be, I can directly pass a f string over here with this, copy it, and then paste it. Now what I need to do, this topic and word count I need to declare. So let me quickly comment this code, or let it be there, no problem, because we are not touching existing code. So what I need now, I need two variables. One is topic variable and then word count variable, that I'll get it from the payload object. So I'll quickly do topic is equals to payload dot topic, and then word underscore count is equals to payload dot So you can see that how easy it is to build a dynamic prompt using a formatted string. So this will work similar way. Let me close my program and then rerun, so that we can also check this formatted strings. Let me run with the same command, and in the my UI, again I'm going to pass. This time, instead of artificial intelligence, I can pass a different topic, right? This time let me pass machine learning as my topic. Now my system is up and running at port 8000, so I can go there using slash docs. I can hit it, so that I'll get this UI. Let's quickly try it out. So this time we are not using a prompt template, we are using formatted string. So topic is going to be simple topic. I am going to enter machine learning, and word count I'll give same as a 100, and then click on execute. You should get the output. All right, you got the same output. It is generated a block content, unlocking the future machine learning explained and all. So if it is this much simple for generating dynamic prompt, if it is this much simple, why do we need to follow all this prompt creation and prompt invocation and all? For that, let me explain why we need to use this. So this is when coming to simplicity, of course, formatted string is way better than prompt template or chart prompt template. Still, we need to use prompt template and chart prompt template. If you see other features, you can reuse these prompts wherever you want. You can export, you can export these prompt templates in JSON. You can store it, and then wherever you need in another wherever you need, you can import those JSONs and you can use it over here. And then chart prompt template supports a multi-role messaging system. Let's say in f string it is very hard to build, right? What AI is sending, what system message is, what user message is. But in case of chart prompt template, by default they support roles, so that we can avoid those confusions. And then coming to the scalable, of course, prompt template and chart prompt template are from Langchain ecosystem. It is very scalable, and the beautiful part is it will validate variables. In case of f string, if you don't pass, by default it will take a dynamic. Sorry, by default it will take either undefined or none. Right? By default it will take none as a value. But in case of prompt template or chart prompt template, whatever you are declaring the variables here, you must pass it. Otherwise, while invoking prompt template, you will get the error. It means a validation is going to happen. So these are the reasons. So we should use, uh, you know, prompt template and chart prompt template instead of formatted strings. I hope everyone is clear with this. If it is clear, then we will see a chart prompt template example. So we have seen prompt template example now, and we are going to see a chart prompt template example. All right. For that, I'll take a new file and I'll give a name as chart prompt temp dot. This time I'm going to take a notebook because we have explored enough of fast API. I feel it is more than enough to understand how things are working in the backend. All right. So once you take that, let me take a code node and let me import all unnecessary things. So till now, there is no confusion. All we have seen from all we have seen in every program. Once this is done, what we have to do? We have to do load.env so that our environment file will load, and the keys we have declared in env, it will be available. So once this is done, now we are going to import this time chart prompt template. All right. So for that, what I have to do? I have to go from Langchain underscore core dot templates, oh sorry, dot prompts. So dot prompts, earlier we have declared we have imported only prompt template, but this time we are going to work chart prompt template, so that we need to import chart prompt template. I hope everything is clear till now. And then in chart prompt template, we need user message type. Sorry, we need message types. For that, what we have to do? We have to import message types as well. So for that, what I'll do? I'll quickly do from Langchain underscore core dot. Now this time we are dealing with message types. So for that, what I have to do? I have to import from messages. I have to import three kinds of messages are available in Langchain ecosystem. One is human message, and another one is AI message, and another one is system message. Human message, there is no doubt, it is very clear. Whatever input we are taking from the user is called as a human message. So this is straight definition for the human message. And what is AI message? AI message is also simple. Whatever the response we get from the LLM or any model, that response we will call it as a AI message. In between, there is one more message called a system message, where we will define particular rules or tone of our agent or our LLM call. Those things are exist in inside system message. We will see in detail uh, in the program as well. So let me import all three kinds of messages first. So first message is going to be human message. So we have discussed what is human message. Then AI message, we have discussed also what is AI message. Then third one is going to be system message. So these two are the new imports we are seeing in this program. One is chart prompt template and human message, AI message, and as well as system message. Now, let me quickly run this. I hope everything is clear about our imports. Let me run it. So for that, I have to select Python virtual environment. I'm going to select same lang tutorial as my environment. Alright guys, so we have loaded our environment file successfully, and also we have done our inputs. What next? The next we are going to build our chart prompt template. All right, so take a new code block, and then let me quickly declare some variable. Let me take a variable called domain. So domain, I will use variable machine learning. You can use any value. So for demonstration purpose, I'm going to create a couple of variables, and then those variables I'm going to use inside our chart prompt template. All right. All right. So one more thing is going to be a topic. Topic, I'm going to give a neural networks. Right. So now let's define our chart prompt template. So I'll give name where my variable name is chart underscore template is equals to use chart prompt template class. This class expects an array of messages. So first, this array expects two kinds of messages. One is system message, and another one is human message. You can also pass AI message in history, but let's say if it is a first message you are expecting from the user, you will not be having AI message inside your chart prompt template, right? Because this is the first message user is querying, and you don't have any AI message, because first human message you will get. You will build rules using system message, and then you will pass it to the LLM. LLM will give you AI response. So at this point we don't have any AI message, so we are not going to pass any AI message. So what I'm going to pass, I'm going to pass the system message. In the system message you need to define content is equals to use an f string. So later we will see how to avoid these f strings. So for this demonstration, I just wanted to show using formatted string and as well as without formatted strings. Then I'm going to assign a character to this system, that is going to be you are a helpful expert in this particular topic, which that topic particular domain. The domain will be machine learning. So in system message I am defining one rule saying that you are a helpful expert in a domain. Why I am taking this variable? Because tomorrow if I want to change machine learning to something else, machine learning to data science, machine learning to digital marketing, I can simply change my domain. Also I can simply change my topic, right? So I have given system message, take comma, and then now generate a human message. Take human message. It will also require content. So this is the standard how you enter your system message and human message inside your chart prompt template if you are using formatted string. Without formatted string also you can use that. Going forward we will see that example as well. All right. So a formatted string I am going to take again, and I will ask explain about my topic, and that topic is exist here, which is neural networks. Right. You can give whatever you want in 50 words or in simple terms, in complex terms, whatever you want you can give in simple terms. Let me close this double quotes over here. All right. So I have passed system message, I have passed human message. So since this variable I have already declared over here, this doesn't have any dependencies, right? So this time straight away I can build my chart prompt template, and I will store it as a prompt is equals to just invoke this chart prompt template. You need to call invoke method, and invoke accepts empty dictionary. Why I am passing empty dictionary? Because this chart prompt template doesn't have any dependencies, because all the dependencies I have already declared there, right? I don't need to pass anything inside. So in this case you need to pass an empty dictionary to the chart prompt template invoke method. In case if you want to declare these methods at runtime while using invoke, those things you have to pass inside your invoke. That example we will see further, right? Then let me uh, print my prompt. This is going to be my prompt. All right. I think some spelling mistake. All right. So we have defined two variables. We have taken chart prompt template. We have passed system message, human message, and we have built a chart prompt template using invoke method, and then we are printing that prompt. Till now, we haven't used any LLMs here. Just give me 5 minutes, guys. I think the a lot of background noise. I don't know, something is happening outside. So let me attend some questions. Meanwhile, so someone is asking, explain a prompt template. So I have explained already. Let me explain one more time. So a prompt template is a kind of template which we use in Langchain ecosystem. Basically, we will use prompt template when you want to build a dynamic prompts. It means you are expecting some inputs from the user, and you are creating a dynamic prompt. Just give me a 5 minutes. I don't know what is happening. Yeah, material will be shared. Shahid Raja is asking about material. Yes, Shahid, material will be shared at the end of the post. Right now, I'm not going to share. Uh, and then he's asking one more question: are the user message and the human message the same? No, both are. Sorry, user message and human message. Yes, obviously same, because human message is entering by the user. Then definitely user message and human message are same. Human message and system message are different. Human message and user message are same. So, and one more question I am getting: what is the difference between system prompt and user prompt? See, user prompt will be given by the user. Let's say your user is asking a question, explain about neural networks. So this is a simple user message. So we can call this as a human message. In the case of system message, we are going to define some rules. We will tell to our model, let's say you are asking about neural networks question. We are instructing the instruct we are giving some instructions to the model inside system message, saying that you are expert in machine learning, right? This is one kind of instruction. Second instruction would be, you always reply with a, so you always reply in a politeful manner. This is going to be one more instruction we are going to give the LLM, right? So these kind of instructions fall under system message. So whatever straight message we get from the user, it will be comes under human message. I hope I have cleared system message and human message. And one more is AI message. There is no doubt about that, because whatever the response we get from LLM model, that is going to be our AI message. So guys, you can ask some questions so that I can answer right now because there is a lot of background noise outside. So let's wait for a 5 minutes and then we'll continue the session. Just wait for a couple of minutes, guys. If sound is still there, we will continue. Just wait for 2 minutes. Uh, Cinema Dunia is asking, can we use Gemini instead of OpenAI because it's free? Of course, you can use Gemini. That is the reason, guys. I have seen in the session one. I have show you Gemini as well as I have shown you OpenAI. So, what will be the difference? The beauty of Langchain is that the difference. If you see the earlier example, so instead of importing chart OpenAI, you will import a generative Google generative AI class, right? So we have seen that example. Let me show you one more time. So let me quickly show you. All right. So instead of wherever I am importing the chart OpenAI, you have to use this imports. You have to use chart Google generative AI, and then you have to create LLM model using that class instead of OpenAI class. Here I am using chart OpenAI class. Instead of that, what you have to use? You have to use chart Google generative AI. Inside whatever parameters I am passing, same parameters you can pass. This is the beauty of the Langchain. It is very good question. So the reason we are using this framework, it simplifies. In tomorrow, if I want to change from OpenAI to some other model, some Hugging Face model, or some Gemini model or Grok model, I no need to change any code base. I can simply change my model variable. Right? It's just one import, and then one variable is going to change. Rest everything is going to be same. Can't we use Uran API key as it's free to use? Of course, we can use Uran API key as well. Since this is a YouTube stream and we may get audience from the you know different, they may not having Uri API key with them. That is the reason I am using OpenAI as my key. So meanwhile, I can do one thing, guys. Let me walk you through Uran portal one more time. Yesterday we have already done. In case if you miss yesterday, Uran is a platform where you can take one subscription for 1 year. It costs you around 5 to 6K something. You contact Uran. They will give you the price details and all. With one subscription, you can literally do whatever the course you want in 1 year of framework, right? So you can see Uran has all these live lectures. We have a full stack automation boot camp, which is by Dhruv Tomar. This is completely for non-coders. You can do that, where there will be explaining about N8N kind of stuff. And then we have Gen AI certification boot camp. So the Anshu sir is going to take these classes. Masters, you have a full stack web development boot camp. You have a Python DSA uh, you have Gen AI certification bootcamp. So all these are live lectures with one subscription. You can attend any course as you wish inside 1 year of validity. So this is the beauty of Euron. You just spend 5,000 bucks, and then just spend 5,000 bucks, and then you can do. So after this, Uran is also having a consultation which is called Uran Consultancy. If you have any project, you don't have a team to build, you can contact the Uran team. So Uran team will help you out by building your product. So there are uh, multiple MVPs they make, multiple POCs they make, and you will have. Apart from that, Uran also supports young Uran designed for the class 6th to 12th. In case if someone is in your family or in your relations, please refer young Uran. This is going to be a very good program for the kids, where kids are going to build portal. This is free for everyone, where you can come to uran.com/internship URL. Whatever the technology you want to build some project, you can select. Uh, let's say there are three difficulty levels, project difficulty levels. These are, I want to say a medium level. You can select a medium level, so that you have got some projects. Let's say I want to build a Langchain project. I can go and search Langchain. So you can see there are multiple. I want to build something like pre-sales pro automate sales research. What I have to do, I have to go inside view details. Once you go to the view details, document, project required document, HLD document, uh, high level document and low level document. You will low level design document and high level design document. You will get it. So once you are okay with the project, you just click on enroll now. Once you click on enroll now, you can enroll to that project. You start building the project using the doc. Source it to the Uran team. Uran team validates your projects and then issue a internship certificate on your name. In case if you want to add your friends to this ecosystem, you can also add them, so that they will also get the internship certificate as well. So this is how Uran internship portal works. And then Uran has looking for generative AI uh, jobs. I can simply give my keyword generative AI or data scientist, data analyst, whatever you are looking for. Um Generative AI engineer, I'm going to select, and then you can select what is your experience level, whether you are looking for at entry level, associate, or mid senior level, or you can select any level, and then what kind of job you are looking for, part time or contract, volunteer, internship. Let's say you want to looking for full time. You can also enter your location. Let me enter Bengaluru as my location, and then just click on apply. It will find the jobs in real time. So currently it is not giving. Let me do one thing. Let me remove my location and then start searching. Let me remove this. So you can see that generative AI engineer job has been come from Hubrid AI company. So you can go to view details. You can see all the job description and all. If this job is suitable for you, you can click on apply now so that your resume will send to them. This is how Yuri job portal works, and Yuri also has Avani AI. I'm not sure about it. I think this is for yeah, this is for plus members. I think you have to take the subscription. How Avani works? In the Avani, you have to upload your resume. So you can see that every month they will give you three interviews, and these interviews are conducting by AI, and it is going to be a live AI interview session. You can say that virtual interview session. What will happen? You will enter your resume over here. Once you entered your resume, yeah, our AI will analyze your resume and will decide three or four rounds of interview for you, and it will start asking questions according to your resume. So I hope this is clear. In a month, if you have a subscription, plus subscription in Neuron, in a month you can attend three interviews like this, so that you can increase your confidence in the interviews. All right. Uh, so apart from that, Yuri API also we have discussed earlier. Someone asked about Yuri API. So we have Yuri API having 27 plus AI models access. So if you become a plus member, Yuri will give you some tokens, 1 lakh tokens per day you will get, so that you can hit any model freely. You no need to pay to the OpenAI or any AI model. You can simply access Yuri models at free of cost. Chart system like chart GPT, but only problem is in the chart GPT or in the Gemini charting system, you can only see their models, but in the Yuri you can select whatever the models you want. They have multiple models available over here. So let's say if you want to chart with Gemini 2.5 Pro, you can select Gemini 2.5 Pro. If you want to chart with GPT-5 Nano model, you can select GPT-5 Nano model. So you can select whatever the model you want over here. And this is completely in-house building with Euron, a team, right? All right, I think we have done enough things about Euron. I hope background noise is okay. We can continue. All right. So what we were doing, we were doing something. We are building chart prompt template using pre-built variables. Right. So let me quickly execute this and show you how this prompt looks like. So let me click on execute. Uh, just give me a moment. It is giving some error. Base prompt template dot invoke missing one parameter. Oh, sorry, chart prompt template we should not invoke. We should invoke chart underscore template, because we have already declared chart prompt template over here, and chart template is referring to this class, right? Just call invoke method and click enter. So this is going to be the final prompt. If you see this final prompt, your model clearly identifies what is system message. System message is saying that you are helpful expert in machine learning, correct? And also human message. Human message is explain about neural networks in simple terms. So your model will has a clear, you know, identification of what is system message and what is human message. If you don't specify these things, your LLM may confuse which is human message and which is system message, right? So to avoid that, we have to use these classes. Now we have built a chart prompt template using f strings. Now what we will do, without f strings we are going to build this chart prompt template, right? For that, what I'll do, I will take a new code block. Let me take new code block, and then I'm going to declare different variable. This time I'm going to declare chart underscore template 1 as my variable, and then I'm going to do chart prompt template, sorry, chart prompt template, which obviously expects a array of inputs, right? Once you are expecting array of inputs, you can pass tuples. Inside tuple you can say that system and human. uh, Inside tuple, if you mention system, this is going to be a system message. Here you have to declare, let me declare same as above, you are helpful expert in the particular domain. So my variable name I'm going to change as a new domain, because this variable is already exist over here, so I don't want to create any confusion. So this is how you declare a system message. Then you have to generate a human message. For that, you have to take human, and then you have to pass a human message. Let me copy paste from here as well. Just copy it and then paste it. So I'm going to change my variable name as a new topic. So once this is done, what you have to do, you have to invoke this chart prompt template. How we will invoke? This time you should not pass empty dictionary, because you have a two dependencies this time. Earlier you don't have any dependencies because these variables are already declared. That's why you are simply passing empty dictionary. So let's do one thing. Let us quickly pass empty dictionary and see whether it will execute or not, or it is going to give any error. So what I'll do, I'll get as a final prompt prompt is equals to take chart template 1 dot invoke, and then pass empty dictionary. All right, so you can see the error. Okay, couple object is missing comma. Let me give the comma. So this is my first error, and then I will try to execute. So now you can see clearly that it is saying, if you see the error, we are missing some arguments, right? What arguments? New domain and as well as new topic arguments are missing. You can see here input to chart prompt template is missing variables. What are those variables? New topic and as well as new domain. So you have to pass these two variables when you are invoking your chart template 1, otherwise it is going to throw the error. So earlier case we are using formatted strings and there is no dependency because these variables are already exist over here. That's why uh, even though you pass empty dictionary, it is not giving you any error. So this time what I will do, I will pass my two variable. One is new domain. This is my first variable, which is new domain, and I'm going to give new domain value as let me give it marketing digital marketing, and I have to declare new topic as well. comma, declare the new topic. New topic. Let me ask. New topic. I'll pass SEO. I hope everyone knows what is SEO, search engine optimization, right? So now let me enter this, and this time you are not getting any error. So I haven't printed this prompt. Let me print this prompt as well. This is my final prompt. Just print over here and then execute. All right, guys. So you can see that whatever you have seen earlier, system message content is going to be you are helpful expert in machine learning, but this time it is you are helpful expert in digital marketing. Why digital marketing? This time my variable is having digital marketing as a value. That's why it is over here, and as well as this human message is going to change as a explain about SEO in simple terms. So you can see that explain about SEO in simple terms. So this is how you are going to build a chart prompt template object. All right. So now we have a final prompt. What we have to do? We have to interact with the model and then get the output. So if you see till now we didn't define any model. Let me quickly define one model. LLM is equals to chart OpenAI. So if you are using Google, you know what you have to use. You have to use Chart Google Generative AI. Only these two lines are going to change if you are not following OpenAI and you are doing with different models. Right? All right, guys. So Chart OpenAI. Let me pass a model parameter. So you can see over here, in case model parameter default value is GPT 3.5 turbo. So this time let us see, without passing any model parameter, we'll try to execute. By default, it should hit 3.5 turbo. So once you have done LLM, what you have to do? You have to invoke this model by passing your chart template one, LLM dot invoke, and then pass your final prompt. This obviously LLM will give you the response. That response I am going to store in a variable called a response. All right. So this response will contain multiple parameters. Let us see in the response. It should also give from which model it has hit and what model we are going to interact. So let me execute it quickly. First we will see final prompt print. Then we will see response print. Response print. Sorry, I haven't given any print. Let me print my response, or I can do one thing. Let me take a new code block because LLM call is already executed and it is stored in response. I will quickly print it. Print response and execute. All right, you can see that SEO or search engine optimization. How it understand SEO means search engine optimization? Because we have mentioned in our system prompt saying that you are helpful expert in digital marketing. So whatever abbreviations you are asking, it will give you all the answers with respect to digital marketing, right? So this is what the output you got. Search engine optimization is the practice of improving your website's visibility. So you can see the output, and I am interesting to see which model it has used because we haven't mentioned any model inside my chart open AI. So let me go through it and see which model it has hit. Model provider it is mentioning it is OpenAI since we are using OpenAI models, and then model name by default it is hitting GPT 3.5 Turbo 0125 edition, right? All right, guys. So I hope everyone is clear about chart prompt template. So the main difference between a prompt template and a chart prompt template is prompt template we will use in single turn messages. Chart prompt template we will use in multi turn messages. right? Okay. So now we have generated this output, right? And this output is generated by AI, so that you can pass this into AI message, so that it will convert into AI message. So why you need this message? Let's say user is asking an answer which is related to uh, AI generated, user is asking a question which is related to AI generated answer. In that case, what you have to do? You have to store this answer and send back to the LLM as a context. So generally, what will happen in LLM? You think like this: you did one API call to the LLM, and this is a stateless, means you did one API call to the LLM. After that, with respect to the same answer, if you ask a different if you ask a different question with respect to the same answer, LLM will not give you the answer, because these models will not maintain any context. So in that case, what you have to do? You have to pass history of messages. You have to pass history of messages, so that LLM will have the context earlier, what discussion happened with that particular user. Based on that history, it will give you the answer. So we'll quickly see that demo as well. For that, what you need to import one special parameter, special class, which is called message placeholder from the prompts. So earlier we have imported chart prompt template. Now we have to import message placeholder. So don't get any confusion. What is this message placeholder new term? In simple way, inside message placeholder, we will send earlier chart history, so that our LLM is having a context of previous conversations. If you don't pass the chart history, LLM treats like a new request, right? It doesn't maintain any context with the previous question answers, so it will forget and it will try to give you a new answer. If you want to quickly see that, let me do one thing. Let me quickly see that, show that in example, so that you will understand in a better way. uh, Let me do one thing. Let me take a code, and already I have a model is declared. What I'll do, I will invoke that model, LLM dot invoke. Just ask a question, saying that what is the value of 2 plus 2, and then print the response. So just print, store it into a response, and I'm going to print that response content, response dot content. So what we are asking, what is the value of 2 plus 2? Obviously, response is going to be 4, right? So let me execute. Yes, the value of 2 plus 2 is 4. Now what I'll do, I will try to add one more time. What I'll do this time, same API call and print statements, I will copy and I will paste it, and ask to the LLM, add 15 to my result. What was my result earlier? My result was 4, and I am expecting this model should add 15 to that 4, so that it should give me 19 as an output. But in real case, what will happen? We'll see. So what it is saying? Sure. What is the current result? It means what? It has completely forgotten your previously generated output, because these API calls are stateless. It will not maintain any history. So how to solve this problem? This problem is going to solve by passing history to the LLM using message placeholder class. All right. I hope this concept is clear. Why we need message placeholder. Now what I'll do, I will quickly take a new code block, and then I have already written something. Let me do one thing. I'll copy it because we are running out of time. Let me copy it and then paste. Yeah. So this time, what I'm telling to the system, you are helpful domain expert. Domain I am passing as a cricket. Topic I am asking, can you give me an example? What example I am asking? I'm not specifying any example, but I am passing history variable inside chart template. What does that history does? See, you can see that I have used message placeholder. Earlier chart prompt template, there is no message placeholder, right? We have a system tuple, we have a human tuple. If you see earlier example, you can clearly identify chart prompt template. We have passed one tuple for the system message and we have passed another tuple for the human message. We are not passing any history earlier, right? Now what we are doing here, we have introduced extra class called message placeholder. Inside that I am telling whatever the value you need to fill into this message placeholder, fill it from the history variable. This is my history variable, and my history variable is having AI message and human message. It means what? Let's think like this. So human message came first and it asked what is LBW rule? What is LBW rule? And AI replied LBW stands for a leg before wicket. It is a way a batsman can be dismissed in cricket. Then I can ask, can you explain in detail? So that it will give you some more details about LBW. Can you explain in detail? Right. So then I'm making my prompt using same invoke method I have used. This time I am passing three variables because I have a domain variable over here, topic variable over here, and then the variable name history over here. So I need domain variable. I have declared my domain variable. I need history variable. I have declared my history variable. I need topic. I have defined topic. And what history contains? History is having earlier conversation. Earlier, user asked what is LBW rule, and AI explained in simple words. Now, user wants to know in detail. User wants to know in detail. So, if you don't pass history, what will happen? LLM cannot understand what you are asking about, right? But if you send a history, now LLM knows, okay, in the earlier response, I have generated LBW answer, right? Now it has this context so that it will explain about LBW in detail. Let me execute and see what answer LLM is going to get. Message placeholder is not defined. Okay, all right. I have defined here message placeholder. I haven't executed this code block. Let me execute this. All right, this has been executed. Go down and let me enter this. Now this is my prompt, and this is explanation about LBW. So earlier it has only given LBW stands for leg before wicket. It is a way of batsman can be dismissed in cricket. Next, user asked, can you explain in detail about what? User is not passing. How LLM identifies he is asking about LBW? Because of this history we are passing as a context. Right now, AI will be having this history as well and this new question as well. So it will easily understand, okay, this user is asking about LBW rule. I have already answered this and he is not satisfied with that answer. And he wants a detailed explanation about LBW. So it will think that way and give you detailed explanation. The key factors that umpire considers when making LBW discussion: was the ball pitching inside in line? So if you have a general cricket knowledge, you can understand what I is saying about. So this is how you have to use a message placeholder in chart prompt template. So that is why for multi-turn messages where user frequently asking about uh, where frequently asking questions based on previous response, in that case you should go with chart prompt template. If it is a single turn message, like user uploaded some document and he asked about summary, so it is a single time task, right? So in that case you have to use prompt template. But in this case, this is a multi-turn system, you have to use chart prompt template along with message placeholder, so that your model will be having previous uh, topic as a context. So I hope this is clear for today. If any doubts you are having, you can ask in comment section so that I'll quickly answer. All right, guys. Seems like no questions. Okay, very good explanation. Thank you so much, Cinema Dunia. So let us see our agenda for today. So what was our agenda? Okay, our agenda was a recap of day one, which we have covered. Prompt we have covered, prompt template, chat prompt template, along with message holder we have covered. Messages and roles we have covered. Human messages, AI messages, and as well as system messages. We are pending with the output parser. It is already 9 o'clock. So I think output parser is again it is going to be a big topic. So better we will postpone this output parser to next week. We will try to cover output parser as well as next week's agenda as well. So with that, I'm going to end this live session. In case if you have any questions, you can ask, I will answer, and I will end up this live session. All right, guys. So seems like no questions, so I will end up this live. We'll catch you next week, same time, 7 o'clock. Saturday 7 o'clock and Sunday 7 o'clock. The session is going to be between 2 to 3 hours. If you are really serious about how to build agents or how to build AI workflows using Langchain, uh, please go through these lectures once, practice these things, and then come back to the next session so that you will clear so many concepts and you can build these agents independently without depending on any external factors. So thank you so much for your time. I'm ending this live now.